All right, Lucy, the last time you were here, you made pumpkin bread, or actually the last dessert, I should say, that you made pumpkin bread. And I was on vacation, and I heard about it for an entire week because Joe was so excited about it. He ate like the whole loaf.
He did.
So now today, you decided to help me out a little bit and make me a dessert too.
Yes, we are making pumpkin bread pudding today. You know, October, everybody is just really into pumpkin, and it's fun to cook with pumpkin because you don't really do it all year round. So, and everybody loves bread pudding. So I thought we'd just put one together today, and it's super simple, of course. We started out in our 9x13 baking dish. I just sprayed it, and I used some cinnamon rolls, 4 big cinnamon rolls, and I just tore up, and the icing is on there. And then I just took 10 pieces of just regular white sandwich bread and put that in there. And then we mixed up in this bowl 4 eggs, and I did 3 cups of milk, half a cup of brown sugar, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of salt, and then of course our 1 can of pumpkin.
Now, I know in recipes before we've used different variations of pumpkin. Which pumpkin is this?
This is just the pure pumpkin puree. So 100% pure pumpkin, not the filling. And then you can just either take your hands or take a little spatula and just mix it around. And you just want to tear it in pieces at the beginning, but once this liquid gets in here, the bread and the cinnamon rolls are going to kind of break up, and that's completely fine. That's normal.
I have to tell you, I've never made bread pudding, but you make it look pretty easy.
Oh yeah, bread pudding is so easy, and you can just use any kind of flavor. I mean, you could just start out with the bread and the cinnamon rolls, and instead of doing pumpkin, you could just do the exact same recipe, but omit the pumpkin and add chocolate chips, or you know, add white chocolate, add cranberries in there. You can make bread pudding out of just about anything. So once we kind of finish that, then we're going to mix up a little addition to this bread pudding. So what I have already done here is I have 8 ounces of cream cheese, and it's softened, and now I'm just going to add a 1/4 cup of just regular white sugar. And we're just going to mix this up, and of course you want the cream cheese, you know, really soft, so you can do this. And then we're just going to dollop this on top, and it's going to add such a yummy flavor to our bread pudding while it cooks.
Now, Lucy, I have to ask you a question. You know, you put the cinnamon rolls on the bottom. Is that something that's normally done with bread pudding?
A lot of people use, you know, French bread to make a bread pudding, and then just kind of flavor it up with cinnamon and all sorts of spices. And using the cinnamon rolls is just kind of
deleting a few steps.
And it's just have such good flavor, you know, and that icing on there, so a little bit of additional sweetness. So, but that's a really good question. If you didn't have cinnamon rolls and you just wanted to use white sandwich bread, or if you had leftover French bread from dinner or something like that, you can certainly use it, and you could just sprinkle in a little bit of cinnamon into this, and you could also, if you needed to increase the sugar a little bit, then you could do so, since those cinnamon rolls have so much sugar in them. And if you just use plain bread, it may not be quite sweet enough, so just add a little bit extra sugar and you will be set.
All right, well, we're gonna keep working on this. Of course, the third cooking segment, always our favorite, where we get to try this, and I get to take part this time, since Joe made me feel so bad about not getting any of the pumpkin bread. Actually, he didn't make me feel bad. He was happy because he got to eat the whole thing. So we're going to try this coming up next. Be sure to check out the recipe on fox10tv.com under the Studio 10 tab.